Assalamualaikum. So this is a video for subtopic 12.2 variation in human and subtopic 12.3 mutation. Okay, first we will discuss about the relation of variation to human inheritance. So this is subtopic variation in human 12.2. So look at to the picture. So this is the dad have the dominant brown eye color, while mom have recessive recessive blue eye color. But the children we show brown. Okay, so blue is hidden. That means blue is recessive, brown is dominant. So human trait is controlled by a pair of allele, in which an allele can be dominant or recessive. Dominant trait is observed when both dominant allele are present, or when one dominant allele is paired with a recessive allele. That means trait dominant akan akan diperhatikan apabila dominant bergabung dengan dominant, ataupun dominan bergabung dengan resesif. Jadi resesif akan ditenggelamkan. Recessive trait is only shown when both recessive allele are present. Okay, apabila di dalam homologous kromosom, bila ada dua-dua allele resesif, baru akan menunjukkan ciri-ciri resesif. The genetic information causes variation in human. So this is the example of the dominant trait in human and recessive trait in human. For height characteristic, tall is dominant while short is recessive. For type of hair, curly hair is dominant while straight hair is recessive. Okay, right-handed is dominant while the left-handed is recessive. Okay, presence of dimples is dominant, while absence of dimple is recessive. Can roll the tongue is dominant, cannot roll the tongue is recessive. And free earlobe is dominant, while attached earlobe is recessive. So that's all. So we move to next subtopic 12.3, which is mutation. Mutation is a spontaneous and random change of genetic material, namely DNA of the cell in an organism. A substance which causes mutation or increases the mutation rate to a dangerous level is called mutagen. Okay, mutasi adalah satu perubahan yang spontan, okay, yang secara rawak berlaku pada DNA. Okay, jadi bahan yang menyebabkan mutasi dipanggil mutagen. Mutation occurs spontaneously in natural condition, and new genetic material produced by mutation is called mutant. A mutant can exist as mutant gene, or mutant cell, mutant organelle, or mutant individual. Okay, so this is the picture of how the process mutation occurs. Okay, let's discuss about the type of mutagen. Okay, type mutagen divided into three. First, physical agent. Second is chemical agent and biological agent. For physical agent, which are the ultraviolet from the sun, ionizing rays such as X-ray, alpha ray and beta ray, and chemical agents such as food preservative, carcinogen in cigarette smoke, formaldehyde and benzene, while the biological agent is virus and bacteria. So mutation that occur in somatic cell, for example, cell in bone marrow, can cause blood cancer. So now we discuss about the type of mutation. Okay, there are two types of mutation. First is gene mutation, and the second one is chromosomal mutation. So first we discuss about the gene mutation. Gene mutation occur when there is a change in nucleotide base sequence of a gene. Okay, so this is the gene mutation. Okay, the changes occur in the nucleotide base. Okay, perubahan yang berlaku pada base nukleotida di sini, iaitu ATCG berubah. Contoh, okay, original adalah C tetapi bertukar menjadi T. So this is the mutation point, the changes of the nucleotide. Gene mutation is also known as point mutation, and the change alter the genetic code that is used in synthesize amino acid and change in protein structure, and new protein cannot function. So gene mutation, okay, there are three types of gene mutation, three ways how the gene mutation occur. First is base substitution, second is base insertion, and the third one is base deletion. So how the gene mutation, the three types of gene mutation. Okay, first, this is how the base substitution occur. Example, okay, the gene, okay, guanine, okay, is substitute to the thiamine. Okay, so it will produce different amino acid. Okay, it will synthesize different amino acid. The original one we produce GLU or glycine, so it will produce different amino acid here when the thiamine is substitute with the G. Okay, base ni dia panggil base yang mengganti, penggantian. Okay, the second one is base insertion. Okay, insertion dia dimasukkan, base tu akan dimasukkan. Example, okay, this is the sequence GG. Okay, when the adenine insert here, okay, so the base insert here, so the base will change. So it will produce or synthesize new amino acid here. There is different between the original one. And the third one is base deletion. Okay, dia terpadam ataupun dilenyapkan. So G, okay, example this is G, so G is delete. Okay, so bila G delete, base will change the base sequence. So different new amino acid, different amino acid will synthesize here. So genetic disease can be occur by the gene mutation. Okay, gene mutation can cause genetic disease. Genetic disease such as thalassemia, cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, albinism, and haemophilia. So the type of gene mutation here, okay, base substitution will cause sickle cell anemia, base insertion will cause cystic fibrosis, and base deletion will cause thalassemia. So this is the example of the mutation. Okay, base substitution will cause sickle cell anemia. Okay, base insertion will cause cystic fibrosis, and the thalassemia is caused by the base deletion. Okay, so let's discuss about the symptom and the causes of the genetic disease. First is sickle cell anemia. Is a group of disorder that affect hemoglobin. Okay, look at to the picture. The normal erythrocyte is biconcave disc shape, but in the sickle cell anemia patient, they have sickle shape. So the type of mutation is substitution at chromosome number 11. It's caused by the gene responsible for synthesis of hemoglobin. So one base is incorrectly added during replication and replaced by the pair of corresponding position on the complementary strand. So the red blood cell in a patient are in the shade of Kssm. So this is because the red blood cells are not properly formed. Some red blood cells are normal, whereas the rest is crescent shape. So it will affect the amount of hemoglobin stored in the red blood cell. Jadi pesakit-pesakit anemia sel sabit ni dia akan mengalami simptom anemia kerana bentuk sel darah merah dia bukan berbentuk cakra dwi cekung. Jadi dia akan berbentuk sabit, so dia akan kurang hemoglobin. So the effect of anemia can cause shortness of breath, fatigue and delay growth and development in children. The rapid breakdown of the red blood cell may cause yellowing of the eye and skin, which a sign of jaundice. Okay, this is the albinism. So you can see the picture of albino person, a group of inherited disorder where there is little or no production of pigment melanin. So an individual who experiences albinism is an albino. So the albinism is due to the mutation of a gene which is responsible for producing pigment of skin, hair and eyes. Okay, so the effect, the pigment are not produced in the albino. So that albinism can include skin and eye complication as well as social and emotional challenge. So this is the thalassemia. Thalassemia is a blood disorder passed down through family in which the body makes an abnormal form or inadequate amount of hemoglobin. So the type of mutation that causes thalassemia is base deletion. Look at to the malform of red blood cell here. Okay, bentuk red blood cell, bentuk sel darah merah yang abnormal, menyebabkan kekurangan hemoglobin. Cystic fibrosis, hereditary disease that affect the lung and digestive system. So this is the healthy person, the cross section of the trachea. So this is the cystic fibrosis patient. There's a lot of mucus here. So the body produces thick and sticky mucus that can clog the lungs and obstruct the pancreas. Cystic fibrosis can be life-threatening, and people with the condition tend to have a shorter than normal lifespan. The type of mutation that causes cystic fibrosis is base insertion. Okay, hemophilia. So hemophilia, we have discussed about hemophilia before this. Is inherited genetic disorder that impair the body's ability to make the blood clot, a process needed to stop bleeding. This results in people bleeding for a longer time after an injury, easy breathing, and increased risk of bleeding inside joint or the brain. So these genes are located on the X chromosome. We have learned about this in chapter 11. Male have one X and Y chromosome, and female have two X chromosomes. So males inherit the X chromosome from their mothers. Okay, the mother is carrier. The male inherit the X chromosome from their mothers and Y chromosome from their father. So female inherit one chromosome from each parent. Okay, so that the hemophilia patient inability to clot the blood. Okay, pesakit-pesakit hemophilia tidak dapat membekukan darah dengan cepat. Okay, is inherited disease. Okay, next we discuss about the chromosomal mutation, another type of mutation. Chromosomal mutation involves changes to chromosomal structure and change to the chromosomal number. Chromosomal mutation can change the characteristic of an organism, and the change in chromosome structure involves the change to the gene sequence in the chromosome. So the structural change cause abnormality to the chromosome is called chromosomal aberration. Okay, so there are 4 types of chromosome aberration: deletion, duplication, inversion, and translocation. Okay, so this is the process. Okay, duplication, deletion, inversion, translocation. Okay, mutasi kromosom ni berlaku, dia akan berlaku pada struktur kromosom ataupun bilangan kromosom. Okay, dia akan mengubah struktur kromosom. Contoh, kromosom menjadi lebih panjang ataupun akan menyebabkan kromosom berubah dari segi bilangan. So, type of chromosomal aberration. First, deletion. A part of segment of chromosome is deleted or lost. So, get to the picture. Okay, a part of segment delete, lost. Okay, so the chromosome become shorter. Duplication. A part of chromosome is copied and which cause the repetition of gene sequence. Okay, so duplicate. Okay, dia duplicate jadi 2, jadi B duplicate jadi B, dia akan duplicate jadi 2 double. Okay, menjadi berganda. Okay, jadi kromosom menjadi lebih panjang. Inversion. A segment of chromosome is reversed end to end at 180 degrees then rejoin. Okay, dia berubah dari segi dia inverse ataupun dia berpusing. Okay, structure ni FED. Okay, so kat sini dia akan jadi bertukar dia punya kedudukan dia. A dekat sini, okay, F dekat ujung. Translocation. Parts of the chromosome is cut then joined to another non-homologous chromosome. Okay, ini bertukar. Translocation bertukar tempat dengan kromosom non-homologous kromosom, kromosom yang lain. Okay, non-disjunction in chromosome during meiosis. So this is the causes of the number of chromosome will be changed. Okay, ini adalah punca utama bagaimana kromosom akan berubah bilangan. Okay, slide sebelum ni kita telah discuss tentang bagaimana struktur kromosom berubah. Yang ni bagaimana bilangan kromosom berubah. Okay, it's called non-disjunction in chromosome. So a change in chromosomal number cause a diploid organism to lose one or more chromosome or gain one or more chromosome. The change occur when homologous chromosome fail to separate during anaphase 1 in meiosis, or sister chromatic fail to separate during anaphase 2 in meiosis. Okay, look at to the picture. So this is anaphase 1. Okay, anaphase 1, the homologous chromosome fail to separate. Okay, so when homologous fails to separate, it will produce the number of chromosome. The number of chromosome in the gamete is more than one. We become more or we become less. Okay, and the second one is the sister chromatic. Okay, non-disjunction in sister chromatic. Okay, during anaphase 2. Okay, so ini adalah proses non-disjunction yang berlaku. Okay, yang ni kegagalan homologous kromosom berpisah semasa anaphase anafasa 1. Yang ni sister kromatik ataupun kromatik beradik gagal berpisah semasa anafasa 2. Okay, dia akan menghasilkan gamet yang bilangan kromosom terlebih dan terkurang. So the causes of non-disjunction is normal spindle fiber fail to form. Okay, disebabkan oleh gentian gelendung yang gagal terbentuk. Jadi dia tak boleh memisahkan kromosom, homologous kromosom dengan sistochromatic tadi. So the phenomenon is known as non-disjunction and is called abnormality in the number of chromosome and in a gamete. So the gamete may lose one or more chromosome or gain one or more chromosome. Okay, jadi kita tengok kat sini number of chromosome dalam gamete telah berubah. Ada yang terlebih dan ada yang terkurang. Okay, non-disjunction during spermatogenesis or oogenesis. So abnormality in the number chromosome can be due to the non-disjunction during spermatogenesis or oogenesis. So fertilization that involve abnormal gamete will produce zygote that develop into an individual with abnormal characteristics. And the individual experience change in phenotype. Okay, jadi ini non-disjunction yang berlaku semasa penghasilan sperma dan penghasilan ovum. Okay. Jadi bila berlaku perubahan pada gamet, so dia akan menghasilkan anak yang mempunyai pelbagai jenis sindrom. Okay. So this is the abnormality in autosome. Okay, and kalau berlaku abnormality ataupun ketidaknormalan pada autosome akan menjadi anak Down syndrome, Cry-Duquette syndrome. Okay, when the abnormality in sex chromosome, dia akan dapat anak yang ada Klinefelter syndrome, Jacob syndrome, or Turner syndrome. Okay, so this is the characteristic of Down syndrome. So Down syndrome is occur at the autosome. Okay, there are 47 chromosome. The extra number ataupun trisomy 21 at the number of 21. So the characteristic, and if the individual male or female has slant eye, flat nose, protruding tongue, broad forehead, and usually mentally retarded. So the second one is Cry-Duquette syndrome. The structure of chromosome change due to the partial deletion of short arm of chromosome number 5. So chromosome number 5 akan berlaku sebahagian kecil terpadam ataupun terlenyap, delete. Okay, jadi dia akan menghasilkan bahagian lengan yang pendek pada kromosom nombor 5. Jadi simptom dia adalah the cry affected infant is similar to that of a meowing kitten. Affected individuals show delay development with mental and physical retardation. Most patients die during childhood. Okay, jadi pesakit Cry-Duquette ni, bayi yang lahir akan menangis seperti bunyi kucing. So Klinefelter syndrome ini, Klinefelter syndrome, Jacob syndrome, and Turner syndrome ni abnormality in sex chromosome. So Klinefelter syndrome, the number of chromosome is 47, which are 44 plus XXY. So the sterile man with small testes that fail to produce sperm, possess voice and chest similar to those a woman, have long legs and hand. But the Jacob syndrome have 47 chromosome, okay, and they have the number of autosomes is 44 plus XYY. So the male who is taller than normal has problem with pimple and on his face, slow in occurring speech, and has learning disability, possess weak muscle. And last one is Turner syndrome. Okay, they have 45 chromosome, 44 plus XO. So sterile female with lack of syndrome, female characteristic, undeveloped breast and ovary, wet blood, neck and low IQ. Okay, so this is the difference between the mutation of somatic cell and mutation in a gamete. Mutation in somatic cell involves somatic cells such as skin cell and eye cell, while mutation in gamete involves germ cell that produce gamete, a secondary oocyte or sperm. Mutation in somatic cell cannot be inherited by the next generation, while the mutation in gamete can be inherited by the next generation. Mutation in somatic cell can cause the disease if present only the individual with the mutation, but mutation in the gamete, disease is present in the individual with the mutation and also inherited by his or her descendant. And the example of mutation in somatic cell is disease related to nervous system, while the mutation in gamete example is in all inherited disease such as thalassemia. Okay, that's all. Thank you.